Oh, you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
So, to explain better, because it's not the easiest to explain in chat, is that 4+2 kin forward 1 setup you have to do immediately. Kind of like the simultaneously when you do down forward 2 CD1, it has to be that fast. Any type of window delay makes it to where they can get out of it.
Understandable.
And then what you end up doing is that, so you'll tip them at tip range. So your people that can react to it usually are not ready for that setup, and then they'll whiff and you just kill them for it. So there's a meta process though. So what I like to do is I like to show them the move a couple times, sometimes intentionally make it look like unpredictable, and then do forward 1+2, knock them down, and kin forward 1. And then when they back roll, if that's what they choose to do, I just kill them for it. The next thing is that they can, some characters can punish at tip range no matter what. So you might have to use the other setup called that's 2-1 kin forward 1, which also works. And if they try to swing or like do a wake up kick, might be character event, but I'm pretty sure it's not. You can counter hit them with kin forward 1 and just get a free CD1 from them. They can't spring up kick it and they can't toe kick it, but it puts them in the situation where they have to play unsafe. A lot more unsafe than in Yoshi's favor. Like for example, if they were to just wake up kick, you just do a micro backdash and get back to one of them.
Yeah, that's cool. Can you not do like well, I mean, sometimes before now I don't do it anymore because it's I don't know, it just doesn't work for me now. But before I used to do forward 1+2 into the core circle 1 into the unblockable, and normally they would fall for it. Is that a good thing to do? Was that not good?
You talking about the moonsault?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't really explored it myself. I know James likes to do forward 1+2 to up back 1+2, and he says I guess if they back roll, it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I've never tried doing unblockable. I just do tip range setups with it. If you do micro dash kin 2, you can put in the same situation too. So there's a thing about this. So the kin 2 that I was talking about, you only do it if you know that they're going to tap up.
That's the launcher, isn't it? That's the launcher, isn't it? The slow launch. Yeah.
You can tip range that and make it completely safe. Back one from Clockarom can't reach it if you do it right. Yeah, it's completely safe. So it's the same situation. It's a similar situation, but you have more options. But you only do that if you can read them getting up.
Nice. So yeah, 1+2.
That's basically fair.
Cool. Yeah, Jermanji.
Yeah, and so it's.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, I was talking to chat.
So it can be a pretty fucked up meta to use against people if you ever do that. That's a really good way that I tell people, like if you don't like using kin forward 1 because it doesn't work for you, these are good ways to implement it.
Yeah.
Once you're in the situation, to be able to do setups, and like right there, if you didn't cancel it, that was tip range, and Paul most likely couldn't punish it. And it's also good to note that tip range is -12, so Paul can't pull standing 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, in my opinion, it's just a better low to use if you want to use a low. I mean, I use kin 3 too, but I use it for the up forward 1 knockdown setup that you can do.
Yeah.
If they try to get up. But that's the only reason mainly I use kin 3. If I want to knock down or I want to use a setup against somebody and they don't know about it.
Yeah, like for example, that's what I normally do. Normally, like as you can see, like I cancelled it into the full crouch down forward 4. It just normally just works.
Another one that you can do, which is really good, is once you get them to start looking for it, if they're not used to the cancel, you can do kin forward 1 while standing 1-2 cancel, and it usually hits people because you get people to commit too hard and then they just die.
Nice.
And if you don't do the back down back 2 after the wall stand 1-2, you're +14. I found out they changed it. It used to be the timing and frames make it to where wall standing 1-2. If you do down back 2 now, I think maybe Namco or whoever was balancing the game, well actually the balance team, thought it was maybe too brain dead or too strong, so they stopped letting him be +14 and whip down back 2. So now you have to, whenever you punish with it, at least when I do wall standing 1-2, and then I do down forward 2. Because if they like the power crush after the +1 or +2, it's kind of like a mini mix-up or a mini mind game that you can play with people. Because a lot of people like to mash on Yoshi's frames, and people don't know that he's plus 14 after that if you don't do the down by 2. It's the same way if you do down forward 1-2 and hit them, and you know it's going to hit, you're plus 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just wanted to give you a lot of that. I have a lot of like different mind games and stuff that we can definitely talk if you're ever like down. I know you're in a tournament.
Yeah.
You seem like you're just killing this guy, so.
Yeah. But if I wasn't, I would just literally end the call without you even knowing.
But yeah, like so just but yeah, just some information though. It's good. Like I said, majority of people, but like Julia and Dragunov, like they can still kill you at good range because their shoulders have so much range.
Mhm.
But then you can fuck with them and do the cancel, and then wall standing 1-2. And I don't think that they have the time frame to be able to punish you in time because you're plus 16 after that. The next mix up is is messed up too. So you know how you can get CD1 after 4 almost 2, right?
Forward 1 plus 2. Yeah.
So if they try to punish you, right? Because that's how you punish and take the pushback away is you have to tap up. That's why Kin 2 is a mix-up, because you have to tap up to be able to get the non-tip range. So they have to make a decision, which is really good for us. And so then the decision is you have the execution. You do forward 1 plus 2 CD1, and when they try to punish it, they just get flipped over and put another mix-up.
Bro, these are some crazy sounds.
Yeah, the hidden Yoshi Discord helped me find this, helped me figure this out. But I'm starting to use it more, and it just feels so fucked up to deal with.
Bro,
what's up?
I was saying I'm just trying to do that just in the match, but I never get the chance to.
Yeah, it's all good. You definitely will. It's just kind of the using the 2-1 and 4-1 plus 2 more often and stuff like that.
Yeah. Great.
Oh. And I personally love the wall standing 1-2 as well. I love playing mind games with that move. I think that move's cheap because you can tip range the wall standing 1 with like full crouch down forward down by 3-3 and make it to where their dick jab whiffs and then kill them for it.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
The downside, and then the downside though is that they can you give up a lot of information to do it. But I don't know. I think Yoshi. I think he's in a really good poker personally compared to any time I've played him in other games. I think he's like 20 in the game right now.
Yeah, top 20. Yeah, that's what I always think. That's why I always think Yoshi's underrated so much. He underrated him so much.
There's a lot of people in EU, or there's some people in EU I've talked to who think that he's one of the worst people in the game, though. And I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How can you say that? Especially with the OP and shit.
Yeah, he's got like probably like one of the longest range. Should have launched. Down. What's it called? The down forward 1 is like one of the longest like 13 frame punishes I've seen. Like even like.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah, his down for 1's good. Like, I think his down for 1's underrated. A lot of people don't use it as much as I do in NA, but I think that it's a good move.
Yeah, the only thing.
It doesn't have as much range as I thought it did, but I catch people from pretty far away coming in with their hurtbox, expanding it too early.
Yeah. Normally, if there was one thing I just want to change, it's just the wall standing 1 to be like 13 frames. That's probably it. I mean, I don't know what else I'd want.
Yeah. Well, I think the main thing that he just needs is bug fixes, to be honest with you.
That down to 2.
Forward 1 not getting crushed by snake edges.
Yeah.
Before maybe a little more consistent when people are moving around. I love that button, by the way. I think that button's good. I wish down up forward 1 also didn't get crushed by snake edges.
Yeah.
Because I like up forward 1 as a button. If it didn't get crushed by snake edges so much, and you didn't have to have it as such a specific tool for specific situations, it'd be a lot better.
Oh.
Or if it was just faster.
Great.
Yeah.
Round 4.
Did one of the craziest combos.
Oh man. It's so fun to see people get hit by certain Yoshi shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a whole mind game though you can play 4-1 plus 2 on knockdown. Like the CD1 will whiff if they stay on the ground, but then it just, it contradicts them to stay on the ground, right? So then you just start Ken forward wanting the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And I was gonna tell you, so you can use, I don't know if you've seen, maybe you saw when we played, but I use Rock and Ken Forward 1 at the wall. Because of the delay, it actually tracks both ways.
Nice.
After that.
Yeah.
And it makes it to where they have to either eat a chunky ass low or side roll and give you an opportunity to see one.
But I didn't hear what you said. I was just going gassed by this win.
Oh no, you're good. Like I'm saying that the Rock Ken Forward 1, like for example, a lot of people I know, a lot of Yoshi players in A, they don't like to use the CD1. They think it's too risky. The CD1 Oki 50-50. So I tell people that you should use Rock Ken Forward 1 then if you're not comfortable with it, because Rock Ken Forward 1 makes it to where they're going to want to tech and block it, or they'll just get chunked all day by the fucking low. Because the low hurts on Oki. And you can catch side rolls with it as well, but you have to have the read. Like, you have to risk going forward. But, I mean, again, it's another mix-up opportunity, right? Because if you can't block in Ken, but then you do Ken Forward 1, you dash, and you think they think you're going to go low for the Oki, and then you just 1+2 them, and they die.
Yeah.
So...
The only thing I want to know is that, you know the King Flash? Is that any setups you can do with that? Because I feel like that flash in the King stance is just useless. Like I don't use it at all. And I did see you.
You know, you bring up a good point. I actually used to think it was useless too, but I found out that if you do 4-4-3 into Ken Flash, it beats most mids.
That's a good point.
Because it's 10 frames.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you can figure it out, sidestep 4 into Ken Flash would be even better. But I have a lot of people that go mid against me a lot. And so it's really nice to be able to do 4-4-3 Ken Flash. But it's one of those setups, kind of like Ken Forward 1 cancel to Flash. That's also a good setup, by the way. Yeah. You can get them to all for the delay to hesitate into that. I hit a lot of people with that, depending on what they're doing. Is you just have to, it's kind of like a smart check. Like, they have to know that it's worth interrupting. Because there's some people that just look at it, they're like, what are you doing? It's just like, fuck, this guy's he doesn't know how to deal with it. He won't swing. Yeah. So that's just like, okay. Then you have to either be risky and go for 4-4-3, Ken Forward 1 or something else, right? So, or just do nothing and condition them that way. But that's the way I like to use it. Do 2 Ken Flash is a good one too.
Yeah. That's I mean, I've never used it, but I felt like it was very good to use because I've tried it in practice mode and it goes through like 13 frame moves. So, but I jab, it beats. But normally, like a lot of people, they do jab after, so that's why I feel like it's a bit useless. That's why I do. That's
the
why.
The metagame that you use is you use 2-2 CD2 get around the jab.
Yeah. That's
and then it also gives them a situation where they think they can 13 or 14 frame interrupt, right? Because 2-2 CD1's not a good setup. But if you complement it and put it into a metagame with Ken Flash, it becomes a lot better.
Yeah.
Right? So you give them the false indication and false pretenses that you're just going to do 2-2 TC2 a lot. Yeah, this match was rough for Chelsea.
Oh my god, I almost misinput there. I thought that wasn't going to hit.
Round 2.
But if you have any other questions, dude, let me know. I think I have to go. So, but you're welcome to call me if I'm not busy, and we can talk Yoshi all the time, dude. I have a lot of different ideas that you might want to try.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. But I'll see you later, Keebe. Hopefully that 4-1+2 Ken Forward 1 stuff works. And you can also do 2-1. You can also do 2-1 CD1 too, and it's tip range. There's a lot of different things you can do with those knockdowns that kind of seem risky, but they're actually not too risky because of the Yoki situation they're in.
Yeah.
Like 2-1, 4-1+2, the least they can get is a fucking wake-up kick. And that's it. Pretty good risk reward if you ask me.
Yeah. I would probably just want down 2-2, just so that, you know, when you're no sword stance, I want that to be like, so he grabs his sword again, back. That would be, so that, you know, like when I go to the wall, I can do 2-2 into CD1. That would work for me.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, you can play the character so many different ways, man. I also Last note, I really do wish that people would use what I call the flash meta, where your opponent plays level 1 while you play level 2, and the level 2 is that you fish for counter hits based on their timing. And then your level 3 is you start poking them low or throwing them a lot more to make them want to go back to level 2 or level 1. And then you just play the game over and over. I don't think a lot of Yoshi players play it like that. It's either like they flash or they don't most of the time. But I think that the flash meta can be pretty cheap when you get people like going on it. Because so many people are just so ignorant to think that they can't jab and there's not anti-buttons for flash, you know?
Yeah.
Because regardless of what people know, there's a lot of anti-buttons for flash. By the way, chat, you just gotta allow them. I have a video that I can pop in there too, if you guys want to see it. But yeah, like it's just like that's what I like to do. Like I'm like, oh okay, this person does like I'll do wall standing 1-2 down back 2 right in a flash, and I'm like, oh okay, and then they just wait for it or they counter hit me on delay timing, and then I just start counter hitting them, and then we just ping pong through the levels, and it just go 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. It only goes up to 3 in my head at least, but yeah. But anyways, man, good luck with the setups, and I'll see you later. Good luck on your run.
Yeah.
Eyes on the moon, not the finger. Peace.
Peace.